All right, we're on tape. So it's 6:08. Today's December 17th. We're at the Policy Review Committee meeting. We're going to go over the agenda. First time that I'm doing this. I guess I'll take a roll call.
Julia Olafson.
Thank you.
Beverly Albright.
Thank you.
Rob Hurley.
And Bucky Scott. Thank you. Now from here. All right, so apparently old business, if I'm doing this right. So we got policy 210.1. Right, Rob?
Yes.
Okay. Possession, administration of asthma inhalers. I couldn't even pronounce the next word if I wanted to. Auto injectors. Active policy now updated by the PSBA, referred to May 2018, PNN. What is it?
Epinephrine.
It's
Epinephrine. Okay, thank you very much. Could have gone 5 minutes ago. 924, note to discuss with nurses. Anything we need to go over there, Rob?
Yeah, we should go through this policy. If we kind of go through it from the beginning here, the first one where it says the board, we need to check that off. The board shall authorize the district to stock it. We do that already.
Okay.
It'll be in here, new business. It'll be the first one, and as he's talking, you just make your notes.
Thank you, Julie. All right, go ahead, Rob. Sorry, Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, the board shall authorize the district to stock these. Yes, you want to check that. We do. That it's actually our current practice.
Okay, and I'm going to...
Like EpiPens and...
So we do stock it.
Yes, in the nursing office.
Okay. Where would I check that, or do I just add that note there?
I just put an X right through that and check it. Do you see what
I think I already had that, right? It looks like there's an X.
Is there?
Oh, above.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
where it says authority.
Yep, got it.
And under delegation of responsibility,
Yes, sir.
you want to put an X for the first one there.
I see that. It's already X, actually.
Okay, good. I would cross out, and this is up to you guys, but it says the superintendent or designee shall annually distribute to students, parents, guardians, and staff this policy along with the student code of conduct by publishing it. I would cross out everything and say on the district's website or other efficient methods. I don't know, posted notices or through other things.
So get rid of publishing in handbooks and newsletters?
I would say just by publishing on the district's website and other efficient methods. That gives
And it'll
us-
just be under like the health section, or there's like on the website, there's like a tab for like
There's a
health or medical
the
or something
handbook,
like that.
There's comments in the student handbook.
So it'll just be there.
Policy is on the policy part of the website.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where it currently is.
Okay.
And if we leave it vague enough, that'll give us room to move stuff around.
Got it.
Depending on what we're doing.
All right. So again, by publishing on the district's website and through notices and
Other efficient methods.
other efficient
By
methods.
publishing on the district's
Okay,
website.
we're good with that. All right.
Yeah. Or through other efficient methods.
All right, cross that out. Okay. The school physician, do we need to get to that?
Yeah, you need to put an X on that. That's good. The next one. where
The
it
school
says-
nurse one.
Yeah, the school nurse, put an X through that, that's what we do.
Okay. Next one, it looks like there was a X on that one already on my sheet.
Okay.
The building principal
The building.
annually notify, that one was
Yeah,
already
there-
X'd out.
We have legal creating, we have not had an opt-out where a parent opt out of this, but we have Fox Rothschild creating a form for that. We don't have that yet.
So-
But no one's ever asked to opt out of it yet.
Should I get rid of the X?
You can put the X there. 'cause
Okay.
They'll have that for
All right.
us shortly. By the
Fair
time this
enough.
gets enacted, they should have that for us.
Okay. All right, then we just continue through here.
Yeah.
Guidelines?
Okay, if you go down to 4 and 5,
4.
I can talk to you a little bit about current practice. The doctors, basically, is number 4 and 5 seems to be a little bit of duplication. Like number 5, we can do a written acknowledgement that he has received, that the student has received instruction, like it says in 5. That's not current practice, but we can do that certainly if the board desires for number 5 also.
Okay.
It's up to you guys, I mean, whether you want to do that. It's not current practice, it's not a huge deal, but it's an acknowledgement from the student that they have received instruction. Generally, what you're talking about is a secondary student, a middle school or high school student.
Oh, so like number 4 is that our staff is written, is
Yeah.
in writing, note of, affirming that, that the kids knows what they're doing. And number 5 would be in the other direction, and that we currently don't do that with the kid signing something.
Okay.
I don't know, has there ever been a situation where, we thought that the kid knew what they were doing and then they did something dumb?
No, the answer is right, there hasn't been.
Yeah,
So
I
this
mean-
is just codifying.
So really, we should stick with 4?
Which is what we already do, yeah.
Right.
What do you think? Do you think that we need to, so we already go in the one direction. Do you think that it's necessary to have the kids sign something?
No.
Yeah.
Because I think if anyone signs, wouldn't it be the parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So what are we going to do? So put no on that,
I
or?
would cross that out.
Leaving
then
off
if
5.
you're going to.
Yeah, leaving off number 5, I think.
So just cross it out?
Yeah, that'll work.
The whole thing? All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Let's scroll down, or go down towards the bottom where it says standing order from school physician. That should be checked.
Okay. School physician shall provide an standing order. Okay.
It's like all the stars are shared by Mr. and that's, I guess, when I first started.
Okay. Next thing, acquisition.
Yeah, you want to check that also.
Okay.
I would recommend on this, in practice, it's our nurses shall be designated within each school to be responsible. I don't know,
For passing that out.
I would cross that out, yeah, 1 or more school employees, I would say the nurses, okay, they are the people who do that.
Okay, so 1 or more. Okay, so we should actually just cross that out and put nurses?
Yeah, the nurses
That's
shall be designated.
the nurses, okay? Shall be, okay? All right,
Put an X on the next one.
administration of, when responding to a student believed to have experienced a trained school. Should it be a trained school employee at that point? Is that allowed? I mean, or do you want to go with nurse there also?
Which one?
I guess, well, you just asked me to cross that out. The next line, it says, I don't mean to jump around. I have no idea.
Sorry.
I'm not sure what I'm doing. It says a trained employee shall administer.
Well, sometimes teachers are
Are-
trained and
okay.
other people are trained
So
if
it's-
they have the kid in class.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Then training.
They're doing training right now. Did you check administration? Okay.
Yeah, I did. I checked that right.
Then,
Awesome. What would I do without you?
So training before any school district employee.
yeah, I would check that,
that
and I would
possible?
cross out placed in the employee's personnel file. That can be kept in the building. I said evidence that such training has been completed shall be kept in the building. I don't think you want to put that in personnel files.
Shall All right. Kept in the building.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm initialing these changes too, right? Just so Kathy,
Okay.
or whatever. I don't know if I have to.
You don't have to.
Department of Health is that's already a created training that,
Yes, they
that
do.
Yeah.
yeah, that's done, okay.
Yeah.
That is where it comes from.
And how, let me just ask, nurses plus some other staff in each building, or that are,
Depends on the student needs. It
I
depends on
see.
the needs of the
Okay.
students themselves.
okay,
But you had said, yeah, some staff have been trained. Or-
Yes.
okay.
Okay, let's do,
Next one, just check that. That's kind of common legal stuff.
okay.
Okay, we're on to the next one.
School district. Okay. All right, so we're now going on to what, this is,
That's all the documentation
Got it.
of the, yeah.
okay, thank you. Good. I just said next to me.
No, there's just, every one of these ones have a
right,
lot of,
I'll
have a
get-
lot of regulations and
All
law
right,
that.
I'll get the hang of it now. I didn't know it was, like I said. All right,
That
so,
one's actually a little bit tricky,
Yeah.
'cause that's-
it's-
The one we
it's
just
so-
did?
It's so legal,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah,
Should we go through all the legal stuff?
no.
Rob, I'm just messing. Page 17. All right, so now we're going to discuss policy 351, drug and substance abuse,
Yep.
checking on alcohol inclusion. Okay, I see a note at the top of this. Can we clarify if alcohol is a controlled substance?
That's what we discussed last time.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let me see. I believe it is, and guys, I emailed Brian, I gotta be honest with you, I emailed Brian today on that one, let me just check real quick if you got.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm not going to get you.
If you got back to me or not. I guess we had to put that one on.
Oh, that was a short one. All right. Policy review.
He did not get back to me on that.
Okay,
I'll
so,
clarify that tonight with him, guys. I
Yeah,
believe it is to answer that question, so let's go forward as it is. I will
Okay.
pull that. If it's not, I will pull that with him. He probably just didn't get back to me.
Should-
So if that's a resolved issue, if, once
Yeah.
we've gone through this, we can
Yeah.
kind of like bump it to
out.
legal instead of old business, or?
That would move forward for first reading.
Okay, I see.
do I want to make a note on this policy that
It
We
is,
think it
that we
is,
think
or
it
but-
is,
Yes.
but we
We
still
think it
need
is.
verification from Brian, from Mr. Severs,
Yeah, he's
sorry.
just going to tell me tonight, that's what I'm sure.
it is? Okay. All right, I put that in there now. So now we're going to move on to curriculum. What's that? Okay. So are we going to discuss what she presented the other day?
We could do a couple things here, guys.
I don't wanna-
This one's you, we can do curriculum.
I don't want to jump ahead. I asked for transportation, and then I got three that I don't.
We're moving on to 105, or?
I got three things. I got bumped off everything that was on. You want to get rid?
Are we done?
No, no.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
So you want to do curriculum next? Okay.
Yes, we're on curriculum. Sorry,
That's all right.
get something to talk about.
Yeah, mine's not loading either.
It's like
My copy
taking
is,
some time.
my copy's not loading, it's fine.
Do you have a? Do we have
No, you only get the one.
Okay.
You get, and the reason for that, I think, is that, so any notes that you make that have to be passed on to
It's
the
just-
legal or whatever,
okay.
they don't get lost.
All right. So, Rob, do I need to necessarily read all this, or?
No.
Thank you.
We can-
I'm.
I think I just lost connectivity there for a couple minutes.
I can't believe.
You probably want to skip down in the, to where it says guidelines.
Okay.
These are kind of, and we just need to check the ones that apply and
Okay.
kind of go through them one by one, Bucky.
Okay, so the district's curriculum shall provide the following. One is continuous learning through effective calibration among the schools of this district.
Yes, check that.
Check that.
Unless anyone, you guys can object.
Nope.
Okay, continuous access for all students to check. All right, thank you. 3, here we go. Guidance and counseling services for all students to assist in career and academic planning. Check that, okay. All right. All right, continuum of educational programs and services for all students with disabilities pursuant to law and regulation. I assume that's a check.
Yep.
Okay. Language instruction educational program for English learner students pursuant to law.
Yes, we do that, guys.
Okay. Compensatory education programs for students pursuant to law and yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Equal education, I finally got it to pop
Okay.
up, so.
Equal
I-
educational opportunity for all students. So these are,
These are common sense.
yeah, I mean, they're pursuant to law. So I'm career awareness, yes. Educational opportunities, yes. Okay. Regular and continuous instruction in required safety procedures.
Check.
Check. All right. All right, next thing is delegation of responsibility.
And this is certainly a board decision, but I'll give you my recommendation on this. Administrators, teaching staff members, and board members, unless you want to bring in, like, if we start bringing in students and community members for every curriculum we write, we will never
never-
get anything
No,
done.
You'll never
correct.
get
I mean,
something, yeah.
don't get me wrong, we talk to people and we
Right.
solicit.
Of course.
Can we, is it possible to, I mean, I don't know if it makes sense. Can you list administrators, teaching staff members, board members, but list them in a way where it's like not limited to?
Yeah.
So that, we can just add the phrasing like
Yes.
not limited to. So if there were like something weird
Yes.
that
Then
we
you could
wanted,
consult.
that we wanted impact,
Perfect. Yeah,
information
and there
from
are
somebody
times-
else.
there
You know
are
what I'm
times
saying?
when
Like,
we bring
especially if
in,
it's something
yeah.
like art, and you want to involve, if there's, we have if there's like some sort of, somebody comes
I
with
actually
something
did that
like
with, a couple years ago, about 2 years ago, I put together a foreign language proposal for the district, and I brought in.
I remember you brought in
I brought in
parents
parents.
and the IU
And I brought in a teacher from the outside, from another school.
So I can see a
district.
unique
Yeah, yeah.
instance where it could make sense, right?
Yes, there
Yeah.
are times when we do it. There's unique circumstances, generally speaking, but that was for a whole variety of reasons we did it that way. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, we
I
did
think
it.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, do I need to make any notes along that, or we
Yeah,
just?
I would
Just
say-
change the to
Yeah.
participation of the following, but not limited to, just add the words, but not limited to.
Okay. Okay, the next thing's what, are we going to jump to the next thing, Rob?
Yeah, let's go down.
A listing of curriculum materials shall be provided or shall be made available for the information for parents.
We can do, the first one's fine, that makes sense, where the superintendent can conduct pilot programs, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah, and we do that sometimes,
Sometimes.
right?
okay. Number 2, the board encourages, where it's feasible and the best interest of district students, participation.
Right?
I mean, that's fine, yeah, that's harmless.
I feel like a lot of that's just boilerplate and it's fine.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
The next one is the board directs the superintendent to pursue actively state and federal.
It's usually the other way around.
To actively
They're
pursue?
unfunded- Yes, we do, but there are usually unfunded mandates. coming.
Yes, I know.
So
Yeah.
that's fine, you can check that if you want.
Okay. All right, and that concludes that.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I think I just lost connectivity but that was really short for how long it took it to pop up on my computer.
Okay.
We're on to 606?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Tax collection.
There's like a ton more pages.
I know. Yeah,
Actually-
all the,
And that's it.
yeah.
All the-
This is like
Wow,
2.5
this is
pages.
like a lot of legal stuff here, right?
Yes, for the tax collection, yes.
All right.
Keep going, we don't have to go through all of them tonight, that's just like, if we
So,
go through all.
do we need to go through this?
No, we should, no, let's
Yeah.
go through it.
Okay.
The policy is like a page. right?
Yeah, it's the rest of the stuff after.
This is just legal stuff here. That's all cited. See when they cite it with the 3s and the 4s, they're citing something in PA code they want us to modify.
Yeah.
Oh, I see up here, okay. All right. All other taxes shall be collected by the elected and properly bonded tax collector or district tax office. This is 3 and 4. What do I do there, Rob?
For now, I'd leave that as is.
So that's,
Yeah, leave that as is.
do I need to read this, or?
No, I think you're good. All this stuff I'm looking at.
Okay.
I think it looks fine. It's,
This is standard boilerplate stuff. This is not, there's not a lot of opinions on this one.
Okay, right. Do we need to go to the next page, or?
That's
No.
just one page. All that's doing, the stuff below it is just the PA code. For the
Okay.
Pennsylvania school code below that. And they're citing, like, when it says 1, 2, 3, 4 parentheses, they're citing different areas in that. So the bottom part is like supporting documentation for the reason why they want to put it into the policy itself.
Okay, so we're good with this?
Yeah.
All right, so now we have to go to policy 607, tuition income. Looks like a lot of these are just, okay.
This is just basically saying we're charging someone if they want to come to Daniel Boone. Where to, actually, we cite this policy probably about 3 times a year to parents. They want to have their kid come to Daniel Boone.
But they've moved out of the area?
Yeah, they want to spend an extra year here or something. We say, well, the tuition is such and such. It would have to be board approved, and as soon as we tell them that number,
Do we have kids doing that?
no. As soon as they find out they have to pay for it,
They're gone, they're good, they're good to move.
they
Yeah.
want so
Right, right, yeah. All right. Do we need to go through anything specific on this?
I don't see it.
Okay. Do you guys need to go, anything
No,
on this?
no, fine.
Thank you.
yep.
That's great. All right. Next thing is bank accounts. Previously, this is policy 608, previously 608, now updated. Okay, the board, by a majority vote for the full board, shall designate one or more banks and trust companies as depositories for safeguarding of school funds. So, this is, again, just the policy.
Yep, that word "full" is highlighted. That's the only change that got made from before.
Okay?
So, is that correct?
I'm fine with that.
Is that correct, Mr. Hurley?
Yes.
Yeah, the word that's highlighted
Okay.
is the
All
only
right,
thing
so
that-
now I got it. All right, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so policy, oh, you might have a lot to say about this one.
I do have a lot to say about this one.
Good. All right, policy
Only if I can
8.
get it to load on my phone.
Here, I have the paperwork right here, so
Okay, good.
we'll make sure that
Pass
you,
it down.
here. You want to look at that?
Not really.
Okay, well, I didn't. We got to get better Wi-Fi in here.
No kidding.
Like, there's no Wi-Fi in here.
Scott? I mean,
There's no Wi-Fi.
there's literally not.
It's still being recorded. I want that with
I want that for the record.
It really is. My phone dies when you come in here.
Yeah.
I don't think we got it in.
You're looking through transportation right now.
Yeah.
All right, currently, we do not have, we have a admin reg that deals with the Shelby chaperones. It doesn't put a specific number the question is, I think that's such a vague comment, depending on the age of the kids and where they're going, and like that can, if we put a number on that.
You don't want to put a number on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, so I think I don't know that we want to
Nope.
check number 4, because I think we're creating a nightmare for us. Because
Okay.
different age kids, you're gonna have a different number of chaperones, you'd almost have to have a separate. whole
Yeah,
thing.
I don't
It's a
think you want to
total-
even touch that.
You're getting the weeds so deep on that. Yeah, it's up to you guys.
No.
No, absolutely not.
I think it makes sense not to do it.
Yeah.
Number 5, do we need to prepare a district map or schedule
Isn't that all in
into?
the software?
See, I think that's in the software. Now, I don't interact with that software at all. I mean, like, I look at it like once in July.
Right.
But my recollection
Who
is.
handles that now? Okay,
The business office ultimately
All right,
handles
thank
it.
you.
I am sure, I'm quite confident with a high degree of certainty that I've seen a map looking over people's
has to be.
shoulder with arrows and
Yes.
spots, and like, I'm quite certain that within the software,
it's got to be there.
yeah, it's gotta be there.
I mean, that's the only way you could
That's
probably
the
set
whole
up,
reason we have the software.
but I don't need to check that
I don't think,
because we assume it's in the software. Should I put a note there? We assume it's in the software,
no,
or
you don't even need to.
you don't have to do anything?
No.
All right,
They're just putting proposed language down there, that's all.
okay, all right. So the next thing is,
And are the bus evacuations twice a year?
Yes.
Okay.
okay. Is there anything else we need to go through on this?
No.
And do I see that, so it says that the board shall provide transportation for students living within prescribed limits when walking conditions in school are found to be hazardous. The prescribed limits, are they spelled out in this, or is that like something that is set somewhere else? Like when we say that, like, whatever the limit is for high school students to walk, you know, I can't remember, it's like 1.5 miles. I don't know what it is. But is that set in this policy, or is that set somewhere else? Because it makes reference to the prescribed limits, but I didn't know if it mentioned what they were in this policy.
It doesn't mention, I don't think in this.
Do we have our own limits?
It's,
Is that for
yeah,
districts?
and I think we follow the school code in regards to that.
Got it,
I
okay.
think when we run into trouble, guys.
Well, I don't want to set something in the policy that may change, and then you'd have to change it. You know, that's probably why it's not spelled out.
I think what they're trying to do is reference the school code, and then if the state, so that they don't have to keep changing. the
That's what I
policy,
mean,
if
right.
The school
Yeah.
code changes.
Right, because that could change every year, and you know, like, if for example, I know it's happened, there's an area in Birdsboro where they had a bridge that was out for like half a year, and that could like significantly impact what the walking conditions were for those kids to get to the high school, right? You know,
Yes.
and so if that changed, you know, then you kind of have to recalculate how long it takes kids to walk, and so certain neighborhoods might actually have to get a bus, you know, and you know, I mean, not that that's going to happen that often, but okay, but that's all spelled out. Those numbers are spelled out in the school policy. I mean, the school
Code.
code,
Code, yeah.
so that it does not have to be revisited and changed
Correct.
more often than we already do. Got it. Now I understand what's going on. I'm a happy person now.
Good, good.
As happy as I can be being in a policy meeting.
Yes, it's been fun.
Okay,
Okay, good with transportation, sir?
thank you. Sorry.
No, thank you.
School bus drivers is what we're going on to?
Yes, we're going on that in school.
810, right?
Yep,
Point 1.
point 1. This policy refers to school bus. Right, so, Robert, we have to go through here. There's actually that's a lot of bold, so I assume that's a lot of new changes? Or am I,
And the goal is changes.
Whoa.
And when it says here 810.3 applies to So are the differences that we didn't used to have a .3 and you're separating it out into two different policies now?
That's the recommended, that's.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so 8, because like the definition from the last one we looked at said that a school bus is 11 or more kids. So that means the van now will fall under 810.3 and the school buses will fall under.
Yeah, they divided that up.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to be sure.
So 810.1 is school bus.
Yeah, and then the next one we're going to look at is 810.3, which is the
Okay.
little van.
Okay. Do we need to read through this, Rob? I see on page 4 is a couple of things we have to discuss, I guess.
And I would put, we have a director of transportation, so I would check that.
And that's all we need to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, would that be chairperson of transportation? No.
No,
Sure.
no.
Thank you.
I recommend that.
You're right. And should we put our phone number on there? Just in
Cell
case.
phone would be great.
If you have any concerns about transportation, especially at the beginning.
Just go right to back. All right.
Sorry, your time's up.
Okay. All right, so next page, it looks like we have a couple of things we have to. I don't need to go. Should I be reading all of this?
No,
Thank you.
taking his authority. It's great.
Well, I'm just, all right, so the next one's, it looks like a covered driver charged or with, or, what is that? Shall notify this. I would assume that contract carrier should be checked off, right?
Yep.
Makes sense. In writing before the end of business day, the covered driver is charged. The covered driver is Canada? Is it-
That happens a lot in the policy meetings. The lights go off because
Well,
none of us move enough.
Why do you?
They're motion sensor.
Oh, really?
Where's the sensor?
I have no idea.
I think they go around that way and have to actually turn the lights on.
No, they,
Where's the sensor? Maybe if I walk in and
And I'll have Jeff double check on this, the school bus. He was here today and I
you,
wanted to
you got it.
check that,
Thank you.
but it looks good to me.
Which one? The second contract courier?
And I guess the
That's
E10
nice.
Why are we discussing Canada? Is there, am I missing something here? Oh, I guess it's just in case we're in Canada. What the hell? Well, I mean, it's covered driver who's convicted. Oh, I didn't read it correctly. Okay. Okay, laughing kids gotta stop.
You kind of brought it on yourself.
I did. Okay. Do I want to check that? Or are we going to leave that go? Because that's Brian.
Which one are you on? I'm sorry. Where are you at? What page?
I thought we're still on 5. Did we go past it already?
You did the contract carriers, right? You checked them.
For both of them? The second one is in writing of the conviction within 30 days of the date of conviction. Notice is required no matter what type of vehicle is driving. Any driver.
We want those all to be notifications to contract carrier as well, right?
Yes.
All of them, I think.
Discipline, obviously, prohibited conduct, marijuana. Okay. School buses are held to, it's .04 for alcohol? You would think there'd be like 0. Refusal to submit.
It references, what, 45 and 46.
I see, 2.
That it had to have come straight out of those regulations that are referenced after it.
Okay.
That .04 had to just have come straight out of that.
Yeah, okay.
I don't, I'm still trying to navigate all the pages of citations to find out, like,
So it's probably citing stuff behind this
yeah.
page.
And there, it's a 49 CFR, so that's a federal reg.
Clearly what it's doing.
That's a federal reg.
Hi. Huh? Oh, sorry. All right.
I think we're okay.
Do you know what, I'm just curious, do you know what Title 49 is? I don't know. Do you know what Title 49
No, I just
is? I
don't
don't
know.
either.
I don't
No,
know.
it's
Right.
fine. It's the pages that they're referencing here, it just takes it on faith that I'm supposed to know, and I don't, but that's fine. Oh, it's Department of Transportation. Yeah, it's coming straight from Department of Transportation regs. So,
Okay,
I think
I see it.
you're just stuck with it being what it is.
Okay. Do we need to go through anything else on that? All right. So now we have to go to A10.3.
And this one kind of refers not to people that are licensed to drive a big school bus, but it's like,
The smaller vans?
yeah, it's like, teacher taking a group of kids to a bowling match or to a cheerleading
like a
competition.
coach and
Yeah,
stuff,
it's
right?
a coach. I know
Field trip.
special ed field trips, so. So yeah, coaches and teachers, maybe an administrator. If kids are getting recognized for something, he or she might be
Just
taking them to.
couple kids.
Yeah.
Right, I got you. Okay. Doesn't seem to be a lot of changes here. Rob, under reporting requirements, it looks
This-
like we've got a couple things we're
This
going to
was
check
the
on.
thing that.
I see that's right
It is-
here.
It has to, yeah.
Okay.
And that references back to the changes to the drug and alcohol stuff that we talked about.
That we're
at the
writing about
beginning.
Brian. Okay. Controlled substance. Remove both paragraphs below if drug and alcohol testing is not required for school.
They're not, if he coaches driving the golf kids to a
Yeah.
golf event, that coach is not drug tested. I mean, there's no drug testing for that coach.
No. Oh, so
Should-
this,
Should we? I get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean,
Guess there's two ways to look at it, right?
there's two ways to look at that. I mean, I'll be happy.
The
to help
hassle,
out
but-
for our legal people.
and some of those people that would be driving kids are union covered. So that could, do you know what I mean? That would create a whole other section of something to litigate in a contract, you know?
Be happy to run this by legal if you'd like.
It seems like that's a lot of layers of stuff that we don't
I don't think we want to
currently
check
have,
anything
that
there.
that we don't currently have.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
Drug and alcohol testing program for school. All right, the next section where it says the drug and alcohol testing program for school vehicles should be completely separate from the drug and alcohol testing for covered drivers. Is that,
Yeah, we're
that's all
We would
legal?
set this aside.
Let me talk to
Yeah.
legal.
So legal's gonna, do I need to make a note on here that?
Yeah, just right on the front, just say we're transferring it to legal and
Legal review.
and just write drug testing question mark. That should be enough to like jog your memory.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
so we're gonna pass that.
okay. Last one.
Yeah. Policy 818, contracted services personnel. Variety of service. If an employee or project
I
employee-
checked where it says contracted employees who provide transportation services shall notify.
Where is that?
Where is that? Oh, page 3, like halfway down.
Okay.
Check that.
I would check that.
Okay. Rob, do we need to do anything else here? Or Julie?
No, I
Or?
think we're good on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's that. Do I have another?
We're fine. Keep moving. We're doing good.
No, I'm just saying there's one at 7.
Oh, the time, excuse me. Oh, no, no, I thought you said something else. Excuse me. Thank you. I thought you said something else.
Oh, no, it's time.
Yeah.
How many more
We're
we
doing
try
good.
to do before 7?
That was the
Meeting's at
last.
7.
That was the last of new business, I think.
Okay,
That's
so
why
then
I'm
legal
saying
review, do we
place
need
to
a,
stop, so.
Rob, do we need to go?
We can, I have two of the policies.
Oh, you have answers from?
Yeah, I have two, and there's some substantial modifications to sabbatical leave that.
Do I? I have that here.
I can pass these on to you, you can see they've been added in here. There are different size fonts, and then encompassing these, Fox Rothschild, reviewed these. I'll
Yeah.
pass these over to you. The ones along a different color is their recommendation to the legal language.
Okay.
They make the font any smaller.
Could you,
I
yeah,
suggest
can we get the
we-
font smaller?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, nothing like making me feel old.
I suggest we follow our lawyer's advice on the legal language on this.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
If you want to
family,
review that, feel free.
sabbatical, leave. Okay, so what do I need to do anything on this? No.
Are his comments the ones in the
Yeah,
really
they're-
tiny ones?
Yeah, the comment, there's some comments on them, and then there's some different fonts you can see what the legal.
But mostly I just see this, changing the language for that definition to eligible.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you agree? I see his reasoning there.
Okay. All right, do we need to go over family medical leaves? We didn't really, we guess we went right past that? Or did we?
Is that the one that we are still waiting for Mr. Supers to get back to us on?
We're waiting for that one.
Okay,
So that's fine.
do I,
So we're just passing that one on for right now.
do I need to put a note on there, we're waiting on legal?
Just, and put the date that we're, so we know that we checked in. And is that the last one? Or compensated
Sabbatical,
profession?
do I need to say something again? We're still waiting for legal.
Sabbatical, it's on there. I think
That's on review.
What's that?
It's on review with Supers.
Well, I see that
Do
here.
you have
We have sabbatical.
you have the changes right there. The-
Sabbatical's already been reviewed.
Okay. All right, okay.
You're good? Okay,
Yes, we're good.
all right. And then these are ready for the first reading for next month.
Okay, so we're good, so we can just close the meeting? Okay, so Policy Review Committee meeting for December 17th, done.
Good.